Ladies and gentlemen, I am StooDogg. Recently, YouTube's own YouTube channel, Creator Insider, released a video. This video, Creator Wellbeing, Tips on Taking a Break from Your Channel. I thought this video would be interesting to have a look over in a reaction format. So, let's go.
If you're considering taking a break from uploading, I have two pieces of good news for you.
Interesting, let's hear them.
One, YouTube systems do not disadvantage channels that take a break, whether that break is a few days or a few months.
He's worded that in an interesting manner, that YouTube systems do not disadvantage channels, however, viewers may. The systems may stop suggesting videos because over the course of time the news within the videos may become outdated. Therefore, the click-through rate will drop, which in turn will cause the views and viewer retentions to drop, and that video will be less favoured in algorithms. The other thing being that a new video, when uploaded, is given a bit of preferential treatment by way of a special new tag that YouTube gives to it, which gives it a form of algorithmic boost to see if the video will perform well. Those tags obviously won't be applied if you're not uploading videos.
And two, many channels actually perform better after they take a break.
I'd have to agree with him on that point. I took a break for about a year from my channel. Not an absolute solid break, but I still uploaded the odd video here and there. But I did find that when I started uploading at the usual sort of pace, 2 videos a week or more, my channel was performing better. I would say that during that break time, there was no real appreciable growth in subscribers, although views did keep sort of moving over at not quite as high as the targets that I would have set at that time, but around about 75% of that target.
This video is here to take you through the why, when, what, and how of taking a break without it actually affecting your channel. Why should you take a break? You know, there are so many reasons to take a break, but the TLDR is that self-care is a good long-term investment for you, for your creativity, and for your channel.
I wouldn't argue with that, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a YouTuber and you feel that you do need to take a break, take one. Obviously, your health and your real life, real world situation comes before internet addiction disorder.
So, 2. When should you consider taking a break?
Whenever the heck I want to.
Obviously, you know yourself best, but here are some of the signs that you might be seeing the early stages of burnout, and it might be worth considering taking a break. One sign might be maybe you're feeling like you just can't create anymore. Now, the National Institutes of Health states that you may be experiencing burnout if, I'm going to consult the literature, you feel an overwhelming exhaustion, feelings of cynicism and detachment from the job, and a sense of ineffectiveness and lack of accomplishment. Burnout can affect anybody.
Can you stop? Pure. Moving. About. Like. This.
So okay, you want to take a break. That brings us to number 3, how to take a break. What should a break look like? Well, the truth is, it looks different for every creator.
This is true. Some people might have a laid out structure that they intend to follow, whilst others might just go with the flow and see what happens.
Some creators unplug completely, while others decide that they still would like to engage with their audience while they're on break, but in ways that are less stressful.
Stressful? I've never found YouTube to be stressful. At least I don't think I have. But whilst I did take a break a few years back, it was more due to employment at the time. I basically just didn't have time to invest into making content. I did engage in the comment sections of my videos quite a lot because at the time that was something that was piling up. I'd made a trending video at the time which had been bringing in quite a lot of views and quite a lot of comments, and new subs towards the start of its lifetime.
For instance, you might consider recruiting guest hosts for your channels using tools like Stories or the Community tab.
Never thought about that. Contacting someone else and asking them to make videos so that you can upload them to your channel. I mean, I suppose that has merit, although I'd prefer more of an exchange program where someone made a video for me to upload, and in return I made them a video for them to upload to their channel.
Or even repurposing some of your old content into greatest hits, best of compilations.
But YouTube, you don't want us to reuse old content. You actually give channels community guidelines strikes for reuse of content. You exclude channels from becoming partnered channels for reuse of old content. Now in one of your official platforms you're saying to reuse old content? I think I'd err on the side of caution and not do that, ladies and gentlemen.
And so finally, let's get to the all-important number 4, how to successfully set yourself up for a break. The first tip is, whenever possible, plan your break in advance.
Holiday time. But yeah, I never planned my break in advance at all, it just happened.
It's common for channels to see those seasonal fluctuations in performance. Maybe there's a certain time of year when your ad revenue is lower than it is otherwise.
Ad revenue is usually higher at Christmas time, so that could call into the idea of adopting an almost corporate model towards the running of your YouTube channel. So let's say for a large corporation, they would need a lot of stuff towards the end of the year, towards Christmas time, but they wouldn't need so much stuff at the start of the year. So they want to keep their costs as low as possible at the start of the year because everybody's broke because holidays and stuff. So they adopt what is called a lockdown for the first 3 to 4 months of the year, where they basically slimline everything down, they have less staffing in, they're making less profit, so they want to be spending less money whilst they've got the lesser amount of money coming in. And then after April, as things start to go on and then you hit summer, autumn, and then finally winter, to see it on a graph, that's the sort of profit and spending of the company. Then in December they're looking to make their most profit. So that would probably be an interesting way to adopt your releasing of content, spend less time, less effort and less money on it at the start of the year, and then work on earning that money later on in the year as ad budgets on YouTube become bigger.
That might be a great time to take a break. Secondly, make a video explaining why you're taking a break.
Yeah, when I took my break, I don't think I bothered even thinking about doing that. I just just started uploading a heck of a lot less, to be honest, ladies and gentlemen. In all honesty, I try not to intermix YouTube and real life stuff too much.
I've always been deeply moved by how incredibly supportive the YouTube community can be. And sharing your vulnerability with your audience can just strengthen that connection you have with them even more.
Yeah, I think this is where I would have to disagree with him. Maybe it's the sort of person I am, but I don't think that I need to overshare information on the internet. I find that fair enough, the right to free speech and all that, but then there's also you have the right to remain silent as well. If you don't want to discuss something, don't discuss it. Don't just blurt everything out into the internet. Don't throw all of your information on there.
Third, let viewers know when you'll be back.
Now that is an odd one, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen so many channels be like, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break, I'm taking a break, and then they don't. And then there's, oh, I'm taking a break and I'll be back like tomorrow. It's like, that's not a break. You don't need to advertise that. They say that channel updates are an addiction for some people. And then you see someone release an entire week's worth of channel updates, and it's like, chill, relax. You could just condense all this into the one video. This is why my channel updates are few and far between, ladies and gentlemen. I maybe do one a year. I've done two in the last year. One in February, and then the last one was part of the December trilogy. But no, I'd be wary about putting specific dates on things, ladies and gentlemen. If anything, say that you're taking a break, and then say that you'll release further information using the channel community tab as to when you will be back.
This can help build anticipation for your return, which kind of preps them to be ready to re-engage with your channel when you're back. And lastly, come back strong. Try to make your first video back extraordinary and very clickable and just very exciting. Okay, so to recap, 1, we all need breaks. 2, YouTube doesn't disadvantage channels that take a break. And 3, there are many ways that you can set yourself up for a successful break.
I would think probably the best option would be to have a contingency plan ready to go into effect if you do feel that you want to take a break from YouTube. Do I have one? No. Will I make one? Maybe. It's something that I'll have a think about, but I think for the moment I'm not planning on taking any breaks anytime soon. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you will find other videos to watch in this end screen, and I'll catch you later. See ya.